Hello world, Bob here again. Excuse me, frog in the throat. Right, hopefully quick video this one, but we're going to bleed the fuel system. This is just after I did the injectors, and I'm going to bleed the fuel system. So let's first of all go and have a look at what bits of the fuel system we've got. This is an 88-inch Land Rover. First of all, we've got the fuel tank back there. We don't need to look at that, not worried about that. Got some fuel pipes that run along underneath, and they come up first of all to the fuel pump. So let's have a look. This is the fuel pump here. This piece here. See if we can get a better view. So you can see, hopefully, this is the sight glass for the diesel. So we can have a look. We can make sure we're not full of crud. We can also see that we're actually getting fuel up. Now this bit hasn't drained. We're doing the job I was doing, so it isn't a problem. We don't need to do anything to that. But you can also look in there, check to see if there's any water which will be sitting at the bottom of the bowl because oil floats. Let's put some light down there and see what we can see. Now, we've got a bit of this convolute tubing in the way here, which is going to stop us seeing. So, underneath the actual body of the fuel pump here is this little lever. This is the manual part of the pump. So we can, since we've got the wings off and we can get in there, we can get down, we can push that, and we can you hear it? I can hear it. That will actually pump the fuel. Now, the fuel comes out of there. It comes up here. This is not the original pipe. It shouldn't really snake around like this. It comes into here. So this is the first thing we're thinking about. This is our fuel filter. So if we're bleeding the whole thing from scratch, I'm going to do it anyway. I don't think I need to do it today, but I'm going to do it anyway. You bleed the fuel filter first. Now from the fuel filter, it comes back out of there, down here and into the pump. Now the pump itself has two bleed screws. So one here, that's a bleeder. That's a bleeder. Now I'm not sure technically which order, but I've tended to do them that one first and then that one, and it seems to have been okay. That typically has been enough to get things running. You can, if you need to, you can then crack open the feeds on the injectors, and that one, and so on, and then bleed those as well. If you don't feel like pumping manually, because it is a faff, you can do it with, if I've got a trigger, connects to the starter motor and the battery, and you can then run the starter, and that's a good way of pumping the fuel through. So I'm going to set the camera up better, and we'll see what we can do about checking some of these bleeds. Okay, 9/16 spanner. What I'm going to do, that's the very top one, but that's actually just a return from the injector, so we're not going to worry about that one. I'm just going to crack open. Let's have a look. This is the one from the pump. Let's just crack open this one. This is the one that's going to the injector pump. So what we're going to do, I'm going to undo that a bit. I'm going to come down here now. I'm going to pump the pump, if I can get my hand into the gap. That's taking its time, so let's crack the feed to the pump. Oh, there we go. I can see it's leaking out of here now. So what we're doing is we're pushing fuel through, but we're also sort of pushing air out. I'm going to keep pumping while I just nip those up. Okay. Letting those back up again. There we go. And that one. Okay, so we now know we've got fuel to here. Yeah, right. This is an 8mm spanner. I believe, for all that they are British, the cav pumps and things are supposed to be metric. Curiously enough, see if we can get these bleed screws undone. Come on, oh, there we go, that's loose. That one's loose. Right, I'm just going to open those up enough so we know we've definitely got flow when we get there. And we go back down to the pumpy pump. I can find it. There we go. Right, got it now. We're going to pump this. It's really difficult to get your hand in there. You actually can already see things seeping. This would be easier if there wasn't the end of a wire sticking off the bottom of the injector pump, trying to stab me every time I move my hand around here. And I can't find the lever. There's the lever. There's the lever. Right, so we're going to give this a pump. Right, this one's here flowing now. We've got fuel to there. And that one is as well. It's not spectacular, but there is definitely diesel fuel running there. I'll nip those up. Now, I am now content that I have bled that. I think we're just going to give her a go. We're going to try starting her up. Ignition key. Okay, good. We've got our oil pressure light is on, which is to be expected. Our kill thing is in. Let's start. Let's give her a good 20 seconds. So, heater light's coming on. That's good. We haven't damaged that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, she's out of gear. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I'll put my foot on the clutch. 16. Diesel engines like this like to be started with full throttle, so here goes nothing. Yay! Now, smoking, but then goodness knows how much stuff went into those cylinders. Right. Good, brilliant. And back out again. Slightly smoky in here. Okay, I'm not concerned about the smoke, which is lingering in the air out here, because in the process of cleaning all that up, everything's full of stuff. You know, we sprayed all sorts of things down those injector holes. And anyway, she fired up. Brilliant. That's how to bleed your engine. So for now, bob out.